How's it? Today's Saturday, March 18th. It is a back squat, bench press, sumo deadlift day. The classic SBD for me. As always, the squat is whatever I did on Wednesday for three threes, which is 146. The bench press is going to 240 today. Talk about that a little bit later. And then my sumo deadlift is up to 181. Had a lot of issues today. My knee, so yesterday after lifting, yesterday was an awesome day, but after lifting, I went to hang out with a couple of my friends from the clinic. We played some basketball, and I quickly learned that I couldn't run. It felt like my knee was gonna like give out. This is my first top set of 146. By the way, these squats today were pretty easy, especially given my knee, kind of the scariness of the knee. I yeah, I felt like I couldn't run, I couldn't jump properly, and it never got better. But today, like when I was kind of warming up, it still felt like it had that unstableness. But once I started warming up with the bar, with 70, 120, it turned out okay. And like overall, I was able to just make it through the squats really quickly. I got in a lot later than I wanted to. I was dealing with a lot of like personal things. I didn't sleep a lot last night, but you know, if there's anything that is going to be like true of me, it's that I'm going to show up in whatever capacity I can and just continue working. For the bench press, last week I did 225 for five fives, and that was largely because I didn't have anybody to spot me for my top set. It wasn't because I was hurting or anything. It was just for safety. I felt like I probably shouldn't be going maximal weights. 240 is pretty close to my best 5x5 ever. So if I go to 240 and nobody's around to spot me, in the case that I fail, then what's gonna happen, right? Who knows? So I made the decision to just do 225 last week. I was supposed to do 240 last week, so I ended up pushing it to today. But because I ended up coming in late, I actually just did three sets. Did two fives, and actually I did one set of four with the fail on the fifth rep, which is which means that last week I made the right choice, right? If I was able if I was pushed to the point of failure at 240 today, last week I may have gotten seriously hurt. So that is a good sign. Not that I would have gotten hurt, not that I failed, but that I made a good decision. Um, but yeah, after that I moved into my deadlifts. I was trying my best to get in and out of the gym as quickly as I could, but it's the reason why I omitted a few sets from the bench and I took very short rests in between. But I needed to make sure that my deadlifts were okay because this is a part of my training that I often don't give enough attention to. It's just like one of those things that okay, I'm just gonna do it. But I think that I'm actually getting stronger than I used to be. And 181 is like 398 pounds. The last time I lifted anything even close to that for multiple reps was when I was lifting at 24 2 years ago. I remember there's a video I uploaded in a short that I ended up going for 405. That was my first time attempting 405. I ended up doing 5 reps at 405. And 405 is about 184. So I like even in the realm of that range, I haven't lifted like that since that video. I did 190. That's my best single ever. Did 190. I think that same year in November when I went home for Thanksgiving at Valley Isle Fitness. Here's the 170. Here's my last warm up. My knee wasn't giving me too much issues for the deadlifts, so I'm very, very happy with that. Here's my set at 181. This meant a lot to me. Um, I feel like I feel like I've always thought of myself as like a weak person, and like this isn't like spectacular by any means, but I do think that I could have done this for like this triple. I was contemplating it there. I think I could have done maybe 5 of that, and thanks to David and Brian for being there for the support. Thank them. I mean, they're probably never watched this video, but thank you to them for sticking around when they didn't need to. I was struggling a lot, and my foot was slipping there. And I'm very, very happy that they were able to just support me. I moved down to my down sets of 166 for 3 threes for the deadlift, and they were a little bit challenging, but I think that I didn't give enough credence to how difficult they would be, and that's the reason why they were a little bit more challenging. You see there, it's not the greatest quality of movement off of the ground. But if you think about it, 166 just a couple weeks ago was my top weight of 5, and I'm doing that after a top set of 181. I mean, there are triples, so it's a little bit easier, but you know, I'm moving into high intensity ranges where I've never really lifted before. So, you know, next week, if I continue to do this, 184 is on the books, right? So that's 405. So I'm excited about that, and I will see how much I can increase, you know, from there. I might even do a set of 5 next week. Who knows? Just to meet my personal record. But I haven't felt this strong since then, 2 years ago, and at that time I had PR'd my in December, PR'd my total. So we'll see what happens in a couple weeks at the meet. But that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.